Hello, hello, hello. Hail and well met. It is a new game. Wow. I need water already. Haven't even started. All right. So, today we are going to be talking about the new game. And I also need to do a rule book for it. So, I have all the rules like in my head, but we just need to actually write them down. So that's gonna be part of today's stream, along with maybe getting the screen top mod set up. We'll see. We'll see what we have time for. I'm not entirely sure how the grids work either in that, so we have to figure some stuff out. But yeah. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and get started right away. I probably need to create a new file here. I did set this up right. Yeah, cool. Cool. Hopefully my brain is active enough for this. All right, what do we need to get down? We need to... Oops. Okay, let's do a quick, like, blurb, right? Paste. Strategy game? This is just a generic blurb. We are going to use ChatGPT today. I'm not even going to lie to myself. Perfect. There's a little bit of tweaking to that, but that's more interesting than what I was gonna say. Good enough. I think we can do our favorite font here, which is kind of nice. Probably gonna try to focus more than talk too much. I don't think my brain has it in me to like be super talkative. I mean, I think I could talk if people are talking, but I don't think I'm gonna have a ton of I'm not gonna be able to talk to myself that well. At least not and think at the same time, you know? More fonts. Ox. Oxonium. Okay. Hello. If I change this to like a heading, does that... Oxonium bold. Cool. Part of me wonders if I should just put the title I made in there. This is the wrong thing. Art. Just do this. Look at that. Look how much better that looks already. Can I put this in the... No. Is there a way to, adjustments. Size. No. I was wondering if I could, like, crop it, you know? I thought there was a way to do that, but... That's fine. I kind of want it like just like a banner image. I could probably do that real quick. Why not? Oh, you know what? We can switch our streaming category to game development. Software and game development done. That makes much more sense. Export. We'll call this banner. And then once it saves, we're just going to close it and not save. Because I didn't really want to crop it. At least not forever. There we go. It's a little better. You know what I could do too? we change the background? I think it is the watermark, isn't it? I wonder if I could just do this. Too much. There we go. I can go in there. Fine. I know I wanted to do this, but I'm like, I also don't. Let's see how we're. Did I not say this is a this orientation as a PSD? I guess not. That was a mistake. What if we just do just open this again? And then we'll hide the logo. Do 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 do. Okay. Because I think that's just kind of distracting. Personally. I have to do like 500% scale. That's probably too much. 200? Lace eye. This is more effort than it's probably worth, but we're doing it anyway. We just want a letter. Great. And we're gonna take all this. We're gonna take all this. Put that there. Scale this guy up. Maybe honestly scale everything up a little bit more. Okay. Beep 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 bop boop. Physics game. Wait, is my audio? Wait, hello? Test? Oh, that's weird. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind. For a second, I thought my audio wasn't working at all because my thing isn't picking it up, but I think it's just because sometimes it's like adjusted a little weird. I don't know why it works the way it does, but sounds good to me. Cool. Hello, Squishika. How are you doing? Yeah, it's just it wasn't looking like it picked up on my other monitor thing, and then I was confused. Did I not export this? Oh, I just put it in the wrong thing. There we go. This should fit perfectly to scale, but positioning. I don't know. I don't know why it is the way it is. Reset. Oh, it's trying to put it in the header, I think. That's annoying. Nope, not what I want to do there. It's like trying to like wrap with the text or something dumb. There we go, good enough. Just wanted something on the background. Makes it look a little more fancy. Chilling like a villain, nice. What if I just do all the font in my cool space age font? Semi-bold. Yeah, why not? I'm not necessarily sure I plan on revisiting this per se, so I'm just gonna get it done in one. I don't know. The game's cool. I'm just not sure it's the best game ever, you know? So I'm trying to think how to explain this. I guess let's just reference our existing game, right? Why reinvent the wheel? Let's look at the rule book and use this as a reference. So we explain what things are first and then how to play, which makes sense, right? So let's just do... All right, let's just type out what the components are. We need to explain... Honestly, a card anatomy might be sufficient. All right, let's just look at an individual card, right? So for the planets, we need to explain top, or the mass, the energy, and then the direction. And I guess planet type. So, celestial bodies. Types, which are gonna be asteroids, moons, planets, sun, or stars, and black hole. Why do I always think that's 2 words or 1 word and not 2? What else we got? We've got its stats, which are gonna be mass. This defines the polar how many spaces it pulls a spacecraft during shift phase. Beans! What are you doing? What's up, Beans? How you living? I ain't. How about that? You're just not doing? You're just I don't even know what that would mean. I was gonna say you're not existing, but you are existing. You ain't doing. Sometimes that's fine. You're allowed, you know? I'm not gonna tell you what to do. It's your life. You live it how you want. Are you sure I exist? Honestly, no. You could be a robot for all I know. But then robots still exist, so the only way you wouldn't exist is if you're a figment of my imagination, which is probably arguably equally as believable. You know? I am you. That's fair. It's weird what even figments exist. Interesting. It's a good take. I like it. I am the future beats. Oh, okay, so now you're just me from the future. A beat evolves into a bean. A beat bean. I don't know. I'm just wording, trying to say things. This is, oh yeah, by the way, I'm working on a new game. And by working on a new game, I mean I'm finishing up a new game. So like I said, we did one for the 24-hour thing. They allowed me to do the rule book later, so that is what I'm doing currently. All the rules are already, you know, in my head. I could play this game with someone, but no one could just take these rules and play the game on their own. So, this is the game. It's called Stellar Shift. But yeah, we're working on the rule book, so we'll kind of get an idea of how it goes as we work on it. But new game drop, I know, right? Drop the game, New game, who dis? I was honestly tempted to title my game that, or my stream that, and then I was like, I feel like people don't say that enough anymore. I feel like I say it and then people like don't have any reaction to it, and I'm like, maybe I'm the weird one. This is maybe future proof that we are the same. I really don't want this. Well, duh. Yeah. That's fair. This is the cool logo I made. I thought it was cool. Especially because I drew the sun. I like the logo very much. Okay, cool. Are you just being obstinate today? Is that your goal? Oh, I do like the logo. Wait, I do like the logo very much. I read don't. Sorry. I read that wrong. I was like, all right. He's just gonna be mean about it, I guess. Yeah, I just thought you were coming out being mean for no reason. Silly bean, indeed. All right, bud. I am tired. You know, doing a 24-hour competition does make you sleepy. Obviously sleep was accounted in for that, but so it's more like a 30-hour thing, but or 30 some odd, 32 hours, whatever. But 2 12-hour days are still a lot of work to do. So yeah, I'm tired. I don't know if that math's quite right, but yeah, 12 plus 12 plus 8. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, I'm tired. But I want to get this done and then have it. So yeah, I'm kind of going to be explaining the game as I go. I could just explain the game, but then someone else is going to show up, and then I'm going to have to explain the game again, and I don't have the energy for that. So you're just going to kind of have to see it as I go through it. I might explain mechanics as I need to do that, but yeah, I'm tired. But yeah, I liked your burger you drew, or Borgor. Sorry, gotta speak the language of Twitch, which is memes. For anyone here who did not see that, look at this Borgor. It's like, is that even a drawing? Look at it. I want to eat it. Anyway. There you go. Oh, that looks yum. It does look yum, doesn't it? This is the amount of energy that can be converted to power in various ways with player cards. We're just trying to get down what we actually need, and then we'll go from there, right? We'll make everything sound pretty later, but I'm just writing down what we need to talk about. Thank Goys. It's a guys, but spelled funny, I'm assuming. Anyway, Yeah, I'm not fully here, so you're gonna have to expect me to be just my brain to be melted, but I am here. I'm not fully here, but I am here. Which explains me hallucinating that Beans is here. I'm gonna fully distract you today, huh? It's easy to get distracted when you're working on rules, honestly. Because it's something that requires, like, a good amount of my concentration. But it's fine. I don't mind. Player cards. These are technically called ship components, but not all of them are components, so I kind of don't know if I should call them ship components. Like, if you look at the deck and you hover over it, it does say ship components. But, like, an axis shift effector isn't really a ship component. Maybe it's just more fun to flavor it that way. Just for the fun of it. Just for the giggles, you know? Just because I'm silly like that. I don't know. These are cards used by the player to alter planet or alter use these are cards used by the player to affect generic statement. When in doubt, generic statement, you know? Again, we can make it more flavory later. We have what types? We have... Do I need Photoshop open? Probably not. I probably will be doing... I'm watching and eating. Are you eating that drawing of the burger? Because I would be doing that. Just print it out and you know? We've got effectors. So these basically... Yes, good. Paper yummy. At least my cat thinks so. Effectors. Oh, I do not want that to do that. That is not how I want this to work. This needs to go just up here. There we go. Okay. Effectors, these, this also doesn't need to be capitalized. Don't know I capitalized it. Yes. The Luna Arrive emote is a very good one. Let's look at one of each of these cards just so I'm not like losing my mind. Okay, we got Axis Shift, we've got Mass Modulator, we've got Directional Override, we've got Kinetic Impact, and Tractor Beam. So most of them are like manipulating a celestial body, with the only one not being Tractor Beam, which allows you to change your own mass. Quick synopsis, I guess, of the game. Basically, you have a bunch of different planets, right? Different celestial bodies. And these basically, depending on their mass, each turn will pull your ship closer and closer to them, and if you crash into the planet, you die. That's the very bare bones of the game, right? It's not, you know, basically, and then you'll play cards to kind of affect the planets, or, you know, affect your ship and that kind of stuff. So, yeah. All these card designs, thank you. Yeah, so these ones I stole from Soul, like at least the outline and stuff. I had to make the little power icon on the bottom, but these I basically just stole from Soul, which, you know, it's myself, so it's not really that big of a deal. These ones are brand new. I mean, I did take the little border from this card and then manipulate it on here, but yeah, this is all new, especially the art on the cards, the little planets, and then like the icons on these. Most of these are new. Some of them I stole from my other games, like this one you might notice as the spell icon from Armies, but you know. But yeah, it's all my stuff, just some of it's self-plagiarism, you know. Okay. The wrong there. Oh, I just spelled it wrong. Huh. Kind of like that, though, builds a bit of brand identity. Yeah, honestly, I keep doing that. I steal a bunch of my own stuff, and it's like, honestly, it's not that big of a deal, because yeah, it ends up looking like you just have like a style or a whatever. Like, I mean, even my my stream overlay, that's just is this being weird? On. Even my stream overlay is just I copied this portion of like the side portion of the card, and then changed it to white instead of silver, but it's actually just one of my card elements. Is the top bar here? Is that down fully? I guess so. Just seems smaller than it should be. And I also probably could do this for a little bit closer up on all the stuff I'm doing. Let's see. We also have, what do we got? We got the Creators, which is a single card, which creates a celestial body. Standing desk. Okay, you got it. Up you go. Honestly, I probably kind of need it. Brain function is low. And then I can accept the redeem, because now I know how to do that. If I deny a redeem, do you get your points back? Is that how that works? Oh, I never seen that you can accept or deny them. Yeah, it shows up. There's a rewards request queue. So like if I redeem, maybe I can't, might not. Let's do a hydrate. See, it shows up here. And I can accept, mark as complete, or, oh yeah, reject and refund points back to user. Okay, so yeah, I guess it does. Well, now I have to drink water. So that's kind of cool. We got propulsion systems. These cards are used for additional sources of movement. Sources. But yeah, like, I guess I could, in theory, like, if someone does standing desk, like, right before I'm about to, like, get off of stream, I could just deny it and give them their points back. Right? If I'm like, okay, well, no, I'm gonna be done. You keep your points, you can spend them next time, kind of deal. It's kind of nice. Oh my God, can you do a standing desk emo? I could. Probably pretty easily. Do I have? No, don't get sidetracked. Honestly, it would take me like 4 seconds. Because I already have it, right? I'm not going to make one, but... Standard emote, new slot. Standing desk. Why is this one like awkwardly positioned? Let's do this. File. I just closed it, even though it wasn't done. Hold on. Hold. I don't mind getting distracted a little bit. Oh, it's a Photoshop document, that's why. I just looked at the word desk. I'm like, this word doesn't look right. There you go. It's done. I put shrimp shrimp at tier 3 for literally no reason. For the posture check. Okay, we're back. I mean, it's gonna take probably forever to be there, but it'll be there now. I mean, may as well. It probably won't stay there forever. Although probably some like meme will be made around it that we find hilarious and they'll never go away. What do I call these? Power systems? Yeah, power systems. So the other type of card is a power system. I got kind of like less and less creative as I went for the power system icons. I just ran out of ideas. Oh wait, they're the same. Which one am I missing? Oh, I'm missing this one. They're all just like, it's like how many like reactors can you really make, you know? Power system. These cards are the way that you generate additional power. Cool. Then we'll probably have some sort of card anatomy between each of these. Just do this. Actually, maybe I should go... Maybe I should just go, like, here. Oh, I was not right about it, I don't think. Yeah. Should go first. You know, I have 7TV installed, and it's kind of cool, but it also is kind of annoying. Wow, it's already approved. Look at that. It's kind of annoying because it's hard to, like, pull up my emotes sometimes. Because you have to pull up, like, all the 7TV emotes first, and then you can whatever. I don't know. It's a smidge annoying. Okay, so that kind of explains I guess we did like player ships. We explain movement or power. There's Play cards. This power can be used to play cards or move your ship. Movement. Do I need to explain what any direction means? I guess we'll say including diagonals. Boom. We've got an ad in 8 minutes. I wonder how they get these things for these fake accounts. Not me, woo woo. Oh, true. Pretty sure everyone in here is everyone in here is ad free, I'm pretty sure. I've just resubscribed, I think. Does it pop up right away? I don't see it. I believe you. And thank you. That's very kind of you. It didn't give me a notification that you did. It probably... I wonder if it waits to do it until it, like, runs out. That would seem weird, though, but maybe not. Because, yeah, usually it should pop up on screen. But I do believe you. Thank you, friend. You're too kind. Much too kind. Sir? Sir Bean? The Beanington? The fastest bean in the West. Players may spend power to move their ships in any direction, including diagonals. Each power is equal to 1 space of movement. Fall. One and only, indeed. I really need to... I have like a stream deck and I need to put the... Beans! What are you doing? I need to put that on my stream deck just to play it whenever you come in. Just press the button and it'll just play the soundbite. Except my heart is not doing good, which means I can't run IRL at the moment, and I'm very sad about that. Dude, that sucks. I'm sorry. That blows. I'm sorry to hear that. I do not like heart conditions. Those make us sad. Well, now you know my IRL name. Sorry, I just saw that in the direct messages. Probably is out there. I maybe just, did I say it out loud? I don't know. Never mind. Anyway. No, it's gonna probably a few years left. I'm kidding though. Rouse some poor taste. No, you're good, dude. I hope you're good. Yeah. It's good to laugh about things, even when they're sad. I believe in you, Bean. That's all I have to say. I have the power of believitude that you will be healthy. I do flirt with dark comedy far too often. I'm very like, well, I do sometimes, but I would say typically I don't. But I guess, I don't know, I guess some of my humor is, but typically I try, like I don't know. It's just kind of interesting to think about, I suppose. You're a good citizen. Do not plunge into the depths. True. Nah, it's good. It's all good. We can appreciate some dark comedy. Well, it's not too dark, you know? I guess I have to explain the tokens. Why do I always think token has an L in it? Is it because I'm thinking of Tolkien? Is that how it... Am I losing my mind? Yeah, I think that's why. Yeah. I was like, why do I always think token has an L? And I don't understand why. Yeah, Tolkien. Okay. What am I doing? Besides also messaging you on Discord. What am I... I'm losing my mind right now. Okay. Tokens. Tokens. Or Tolkiens, if you if you will. These guys. There are... I told you I'd distract you. It's okay. I really don't mind. It's honestly kind of nice because I don't want to be too focused on this right now because my brain is like already melting from dealing with it for 24 hours straight. So it's kind of nice to not just be solely focusing on it. There are 4, let's just type it out. Types of tokens in the game. Mass tokens. There are two types of mass tokens. One that adds mass and one that lowers the mass of a celestial body. And then there's direction tokens. These tokens add a directional force to a we didn't actually talk about that up here. That is not how you spell celestial. Celestial body. See, I spelled it with an L that time. I don't know why. I don't know why my brain does that. Anyway. Oh, we are in an ad. Like I said, probably doesn't matter for any of you, but it's not like this is the most interesting content I've ever done. Just writing stuff. I don't even know if I'll fully get done with this today. I do have to check my messages here for a second, though. Okay. What else do I need to do? I might just put out each of these cards as well in case I need to reference them. You know, the word sinister is like is what's it called? Is a Latin word. I think that means like left-handed. I didn't fully look into it. I saw it. Means left hand in Latin. Yeah. Bradley coming out of nowhere. Also, Bradley just continued their his tier his prime sub. Prime sub? Yeah. Thank you, Bradley. I appreciate it. Dexter is right hand. Yeah, so I did actually name these. Although I think I got them backwards. Although it's pulling left and right, so whatever. It's kind of a little bit weird, but yes, thank you for the, which is why we get the term dexterous. Interesting. But yeah, sinister is weird to me. I'm assuming it's like some sort of like superstition based on like how left-handed people are like different. It's just strange to me. I didn't fully read into it, but it's weird that that is like a correlation. But yes, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. It's crazy that we're coming up on a month. Left-handed people were theoretically evil. Theoretically, you know? Just kidding. They used to burn left-handed people at the stake, no joke. Yeah, I was gonna say. It's pretty insane. Pretty crazy. Anyway. Hello, Bradley. How are you today? Welcome to the chat. What else do we need to add to this thing? So it's possible that more than 17% of the population would be left-handed, but we got rid of those genes. I'm a little hungry. I feel that. Yeah, actually, I was just thinking of the same thing. I'm like, God, man, that's crazy. Dumb people. What do I need to talk about now? Tokens, we talked about that. I guess just game phases. So setup, I guess, is the first one. Trying to think exactly how to word this and like the exact order of operations and if it even matters. Yeah, I suppose so. Kind of almost want to just do this numbered. Each plant place must go into Oh, Bradley, I did go with your little designated color thing, your idea. So the idea is, yeah, you can place in any of those zones for the start. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what the placement rules are. I mean, as long as I guess they go in within one of these zones. Problem is I don't really know how to, like, it's set up like it's meant to be 4-player, but I've never played it. I feel like 4-player would just be super chaotic. But I figured I may as well make it an option, you know? But I'm trying to figure out how to state 4-player is purely chaos. It'd probably be chaos until there's only 2 people left. But I think it'd be fine. I don't think everyone would die at once if you have more people. There's more turns because there'll be people lasting longer, right? At least that would be the theory. How was I placing planets when I was doing it? I took one, I put it behind each player, right? Maybe first we do ship placement. Each ship will be placed go back to work. I'll be back at some point. Okay. I don't know how long I'll stream for. We'll see. I probably can stream for a bit. I just know I have to go to dinner at some point. I don't know when that's going to be. So, we'll see. We'll see if I'm going. But thank you for coming by. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it, dude. All right, we're done with standing desk. I am going to take the opportunity to sit. Ugh. Each ship will be each ship will be placed on a designated starting square. Maybe we have an image here. I'm gonna place planets in each player places 2 planets plus an additional planet that will be agreed upon in one of the middle spaces. Gonna drop into muted lurk, but I'll keep a tab open for stats. Back to all right, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you. No worries. I'm kind of just mumbling to myself anyway. So. Is there anything else in setup? I guess technically it's interesting because the first player technically has a disadvantage. But whatever, it's okay. Yo, is this Catan in space? It is. First of all, hello, Leaf. Welcome in. It is. What do we call it? A gravity-based strategy game. It's not quite like Catan because there isn't really resources to be gathered and that kind of stuff. It's more like a sort of battle game where you basically, rather than attacking each other directly, you are basically trying to force other player ships into planets via gravity. So you can like alter gravity and you know, move your ship around and place new planets and that kind of stuff and try to crash into each other. So that is the game currently. But yeah, we made this in I made this in 24 hours. RTS, well, I mean, it's turn-based, but so more like just a TS. No, a turn-based strategy, a TTS, if you will. It's just a tabletop game though. Like this is done in Tabletop Simulator. At least the game is hosted in Tabletop Simulator. But in theory, it could be printed out and played on like a board. I know I'm in like the software and game development tag, although it's very there's not really a what's it called, a board game development channel, so this is the closest thing I got. It's a bit of a sleepy stream. I'm pretty tired because I basically made this game all yesterday, more or less, and the day before technically, but two 12-hour days, and then so now I'm kind of tired, but I need to finish up the rule book. It's for a another Blackthorn Prod video, if you've heard of them. Did one before, but this is technically a little bit of a spoiler, but you know, here we are. Player turns. How do these actually? First is, well, I guess planet phase or placement phase. Planet or I was using the term. I need to use the proper terminology. I've defined celestial body because it's not just planets. Yeah. If you have any questions, I am happy to answer any of them. I also make a bunch of other games, but those are typically those I, not doing right now until what am I trying to say? Until I'm done with this, because this is kind of more time sensitive. Yeah, I guess you know what? It can just start with a lesser turn. I think maybe we just do player phase. So it's gonna do a player turn, then it will go shift phase. And then after shift phase, it will be planet placement, and then it goes back to whatever, right? Win slash lose condition, loose condition, lose condition. Okay, so player turns, how do these go? They go a player has less than, well, no. So I guess we need another. We'll need another draw phase. You always got to define all that stuff, and it gets confusing, even though it seems like super intuitive. Player turn. A player will start. Player can. Basically, we just have like two action types, right? There is playing a card and moving. On a player's turn, a player turn, they can take two types of action. Maybe it's just better to say as many actions as they like. Of the following types. Cool. And this shouldn't say energy, this should say power. Do not get those terms confused. Because they are two separate things, which is arguably kind of confusing, but it's okay. Here we are. Playing a card. Well, moving is easier to explain. Trying to figure out how to phrase this. For some reason, my brain's just not handling it properly, but it's okay. But it is all good. Yellow. Hydrate. I will. Oh, I'm actually out of water. Let me go get more water. BRB. All right, I got it. Cheers. Oh, and I also have to accept. Cool. I almost just copy like this. We're just gonna say it here twice. Beets prefer consistent, evenly moist soil to avoid overhead irrigation to help avoid fungal disease. Uneven watering can lead to pithy white rings around the roots. Is that why you're hydrating me? Because beets need a good amount of moisture. I'll drink to that. It's so funny. That's pretty funny, Squish. Playing a card. I feel like I'm just like reiterating what I said above. Honestly, I don't need to reiterate. That's why I'm kind of like losing my mind. Okay, draw phase. Discard a card. After both players have played, they may then draw cards back to 5. Okay, shift phase. All once all player what am I trying to do? What am I trying to say? Okay, shift phase, basically everything triggers in order. Is achieved by going through each. Oops. So yeah, the interesting part is, like, in theory, all these planets, once they're placed, they should trigger from left to right, top to bottom. But of course, some people may be sitting on the other side of the table, so in that case, you need to just make sure the orientation is correct, right? It needs to be a cardinal orientation. Ideally, the board would probably have something that says that, but I just didn't have time. So yeah, shift phase. Let's see. What happens next? What are okay, so here's where we get to the slightly tricky parts. It's not like trying to think how to explain this, because there's a little bit like outlier rules. Like if the player is past a planet that only has a direction, I don't know how to like say this. So essentially, like, the idea is, right, like if you have a planet like this and then you have your ship here, every time during well, I guess there's two things I need to explain, right? One is, if you have a planet like this and you're pulled in, you get pulled in by one each time. You'll never hit this in this sort of axis because it always pulls you down, right? But once you pass the planet, once you pass that direction, you don't get pulled by it anymore. You don't get continued to pull down once you've passed the planet. Maybe I just say that, like, once you pass a planet with a singular direction, you are no longer pulled in that direction. And maybe I just have an image here. And I guess the other one is like, if there are two forces acting upon you, you get pulled on a diagonal. Pass a planet to escape its pull. I suppose so. Typically it's like, that's a good way of saying it. But like a lot of time you don't have the option to do it, right? Like you don't have the option to fly past it because it's pulling you in that direction. And even if it pulls you past it, right? That's a good way to say it though. It's just not quite the perfect phrasing for what I was going for. That was good though. If planet has more than one direction, you are. I think this is fine. Once you pass a planet in a singular with a singular direction, you're no longer pulled in that direction. I don't know. I think illustrating it with a picture might just be better, but we'll see. If a planet has more than one direction and you are... I keep saying planet, it's celestial body. Keep messing that up. Diagonal. If your planet has more than one direction, you pull toward that planet diagonally until you reach a straight path with the planet and then are pulled. Is orthogonally the right word? What's just up and down? Yeah, orthogonally. Yay. Words. Aren't words great? Yeah, because it's the opposite of diagonally. Like vertically and horizontally is orthogonally. It would help if I spelled it right though. Learning words. Yay. Okay, I think that's all the caveats there. Sounds like a made-up word, to be honest. It's not, thankfully. I had to look it up, but I knew it was a word. I just didn't know if it meant what I thought it meant. I mean, it makes sense that it exists, right? Because horizontally and vertically are a word, but what's both of those together? I'm assuming it comes from like Omni, like, or yeah, like omnithagonally. Not really, but orthogonally, right? Up and down. Oh, it's not all directions, so maybe that. I wonder if there is a word for all directions, including diagonals. I don't know. Anyway, planet placement. Maybe we just put the win and lose condition here. If you collide with a celestial body, you are defeated and lose the game. Keep in mind all players must fully play out this turn or this phase and survive. Otherwise the game ends in a draw. Or I guess not otherwise, to determine if the game ends in a draw. My placement. If all, or if more than 2 once shift phase, I guess sure, the shift phase is ended, players will draw a planet to place. These planets can be placed anywhere 4 spaces away from any other player ship. And 3 spaces between the ship and the. One day I'm gonna remember that it's a celestial body and not planet. One day. Today is a day to remember. I honestly don't remember what I said. I feel like player turns should be called something else. Let's call it card phase. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right, well, that's the rules written out. I do need to do some art though, some like little graphics to make everything make more sense. I'm trying to decide if I want to do that now. We're probably coming up on an ad, aren't we? 6 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. Here we are. Does anyone have any questions about anything? I know I kind of haven't really explained the game, but if you want me to explain the game, I can, now that I'm done with that. I do need to... Actually, maybe what I'll do is rather than, like... I guess I'll have to do, like, a card anatomy drawing, but I think a lot of this I'm just going to take screenshots and then just draw over. I think that will be a lot easier to do. Okay, yeah, let's do just a quick card anatomy. Sorry, trying to do plans here. Trying to figure out my life. Let's see. Let's do a new thing. Let's do a letter, page, shape, size, whatever. We need to download a card of each of these games. Or each of these card types. God, I feel like I just keep adding projects. Crazy. Let's download a planet, I guess. Planet, the blue planet. Well, I do like the black hole and the star and stuff. I kind of wish I had time to do a few more of those, but it's okay. It'd be cool to have one that was like up and down and one that was left and right. Maybe I could have done like 2 different types of moons and one whatever, but it really doesn't matter. It's not worth it. I don't think I'm gonna, arguably I don't think I'm gonna continue working on this game afterward. It'll just be like a little fun experience people can play if they want to, but I'm not entirely certain it'll be good enough to continue work, but I don't know. I'm partial to the kinetic impact icon. Why not? Okay. It's as shrimple as that. You know what I mean? It's way too big. Do we get fancy with it and make our little lines look like hologram sort of things? Like how the little lines come down from the like these things, right? The little mass and gravity and stuff. I guess it's fine. I don't know why it changed. It like changed where I sample colors to, and I don't know how I changed that. And it's kind of annoying, honestly. Like, so if I select a color, it always puts it in the second slot instead of the first one. And I don't know what caused that to happen. It's not like the worst thing ever, but it's not ideal for sure. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it this way. Do this. I'm also gonna that? Oh, it's sampling all layers. Yo, Purple, what's up, dude? I made a new game. It's for another let's do this so we don't have to look at like a oops. There we go. I made another game for Blackthorn Prod. So a little bit of a spoiler, but I did make a new game for them. So what is it here? It's a what just happened? Sorry, my art pad is freaking out. It is a little space game, and basically the idea of it is you're basically create planets and alter them and switch gravity and stuff and try to pull your opponent's ship into the planet and you know, while not dying yourself. That's basically the whole game. And you have different like cards that affect it and stuff like that, but it's is it the best game ever? No, but I've also made it in 24 hours, so it's, you know, hard to make something too good. So, you know, here we are. But yeah, I'm just doing a rule book for it. They said I could do the rule book afterward, which is nice of them. So yeah, I'm just doing some card anatomy here. For some reason I'm making it look stylish. Why? I don't know. Why is my art pad not working? I really think I need to get a new one soon. It's like dying. Yeah, good to get more eyes on card games though. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It feels special to be representing the card game people. Sorry, I think my art pad might be. Does it finally kick the bucket? No, it's actually working, of course. But yeah, no, it kind of feels cool to be that person. I think it's just because I interacted a lot with both video game dev people and you know, whatever, and board game people. So it's cool. I'm happy about it. Glad to get more eyes on it, around the community as a whole, right? Yeah. Sorry, my brain is not like fully functioning right now. I'm still a bit tired from you know, doing 2 12-hour days in a row. So I apologize if I'm not doing the most coherent sentences ever. Sentences, you know what I mean? I don't know, is this too fancy for like a rule book here? Maybe we'll drop it to like 80%. Let's try and do like card anatomy, right? Like have this be the indicator and then have like this, and this will be black, I guess, and just go mass. All good, not too much sleep for me lately as well, since time is wonky. Oh yeah. I feel you, dude. Time's weird, you know? Time do be like that. I don't know if I just like reiterate. I just have the term. I think I just have the term and just call it good enough. And then maybe make it bigger. That's probably too big. Sure. This is feeling like too much work for something that doesn't matter, but it's okay. Sometimes you just kind of do that, you know? Sometimes Sometimes you just make more work for yourself for no reason. Why do I do that? I don't know. The same blue? I think it is. Feels different for some reason, but it's not. Sometimes relativity of colors really can throw you off. Do I say what the planet type is? I guess I could do something like... It's like one of those things where it's like, it's more work and I'm not even sure it's like a clear thing to do. It's definitely not clear, right? It's more artistic and less obvious as to what any of this is supposed to mean, but sometimes you just do things. I don't know. Yeah, sorry I'm not talking too much. I just don't have like a ton of energy. I probably, you know, didn't need to do all this on stream today. I probably could have just, you know, done this, you know, some other time. But I don't know. I wanted to at least show up and talk about it, you know. Let's do like a white glow. Not just chilling, just doing laundry. Nice to check in sometimes. Okay, cool. Glad to hear. I'm here for it. Cool. It's a chill stream today. A chill, not very talky stream. A co-working stream, if you will. There we go. That kind of works. Co-working. I made cookies while watching and then ate half of them. Lots of co-working. Well, you can share some of those if you care. Send them on over, you know? I'll eat the other half. I do that for you, you know? Question is what kind of cookies? It's the real question. And arguably the most important question, you know? Honestly, sound like a good idea, but now that I'm on the other side of that choice, I don't recommend. There you go. It's a lot of cookies to eat, for sure. I guess directional force is technically like what, a vector, but whatever. Right? I don't know. I'm no expert. I'm no science expert. A science spurt, you know? I think I want to do this. Let's have some circles. right? Maybe? Yeah. This might not be your favorite game for a play instance, but you make it kind of sort of educational. Actually, market might take and run. Just thinking about the buck opportunities. Bucks-tunities? Bucks-tunities. Stay tuned for more unsocial or unsolicited. I'm like unsocial. Unsolicited marketing insight for business. True. Very true. Yeah, I mean, maybe. It'd be cool. Do we like this card anatomy? Does this look cool? Or is it silly? Now make it a 3D grid. True. That would be kind of cool. .3D chess. Ah. Yeah, I'm so not precise with some of this stuff. I'm sure it would drive some people crazy. Just like how, like, I don't align any of this stuff to anything. Looks good? Okay, cool. I was like, yeah, that looks good enough. And more artist than whatever. There we go. No, let's actually, you know, we can probably crop it in a smidge too. Cool. Export PNG. Oh, I didn't even save it yet. What game is this? This is my physics game. New rule book stuff, I guess. I don't really need to add stuff. I don't know what why do people do that? It's like, yeah, if it says rule book, I think it's gonna, well, I guess it's stuff for the rule book. It's not necessarily the rule book itself. I don't know. Why can't I spell anatomy? Anatomy. I guess I can spell it. I just wasn't confident about it. Confidence is key. I would recommend confidence to most people. Let's see what my plans are today. Have you played Pokemon Pocket? I have not. Is that like a... Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah. Honestly, it's I'm like surprisingly behind on like card game and that kind of stuff because I've said this a lot, but a lot of the stuff like I do isn't because I'm like super into, not that I'm not into card games or anything, but like I've always been someone who likes making things and not necessarily do things because I like am super interested in the, like I'm not like super interested in card games specifically. I do like them obviously, but it's like same thing with my, like, because I was in film school and I hadn't watched like any movies, and everyone was always like, how can you be in film school if you haven't seen any movies before? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I like making them. But I guess that is like a video game version of Pokemon, right? Am I mistaken in saying that? Like you can get cards and I should be more into it, arguably. I could learn more from that kind of stuff. Yeah, it looks cool though. I mean, yeah, when I was seeing like the initial like commercials for it, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I actually like had ideas for like one of my older games for something like that. I was like, oh, that'd be cool to have like, what's it called? It'd be cool to do like cards that are like 3D, because they did like what, the 3D cards where you look like go into the card, right? Am I mistaken in thinking that, where it had like animated visuals inside the card, or is that just the trailer? Because that would be a, like, I thought that would be a cool concept for like a video game kind of thing. Basically like Harry Potter paintings, but cards. Okay, we have this. This defines all of that. You don't really see it in game kind of cutscenes. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, arguably, like, doing that all the time for a game would probably be very graphically intensive, because I think loading separate scenes like that is really taxing on a game. But I think it would be cool to have like a card game where just every picture is like a, you know, a moving scene. Although I guess if you just did it as a video source rather than like its own scene, so like when you move the camera it changes like the parallax inside the card, that would get more difficult, right? But it would be cool. Cool. I guess we'll do the ship component card anatomy. You're very expensive, but animated cards would be sick. Yeah, for sure, right? Especially not even just animated, but like also like in a video game, if you like shift the perspective of the card, like actually I put some Pokemon cards right here, speaking of Pokemon. If you like shift the perspective of the card, the perspective of inside the card would change as well, right? Like I think that would be really cool. I animated a Mind Bug card for fun. I did see one of your animations, I think. Was that the one you're talking about? I know I saw one of them and I was like, I think I commented. I think I said it was cool. I think I saw your video. I want to say I'm subscribed to you. I am. I am subscribed. Oh no, I saw the little Kiwi looking guy. Nope. Yeah. That one was really cool. I need to do like, well, actually, I love Kiwis. Can I show your thing on stream? Do you care? I guess it's on YouTube. I also don't want to just be React content. Sure, okay. So yeah, this one. Look at this. I need to like do more like hand animation like that. Most of my animation is more like keyframed stuff and not like hand drawn. Absolute cinema. Very cute. It's awesome, dude. All right, let's do this. Oh, we probably should actually save this, huh? The only problem with Kiwis is it reminds me of the short film called Kiwi, because that makes me sad. Have you seen that one? It's traumatizing. Oh yeah, it's so tragic. Oh, okay, good. You know. You just got practiced a bunch and you will get the hang of it. Yeah, honestly, I'm getting a lot better at art in general. But yeah, it would be something I'd like to try to do some like even just like turnarounds or like even like I don't know, a walk cycle would be fun to do. You know, just something simple. But yeah, my art has improved a lot. Just over the course of this like past year, just trying to work on games and stuff, you know. So I feel good about that. Again, let's just not stare at a white screen. Why does it do? I really don't know why it keeps doing that. It keeps sampling the color from the wrong side of the thing. I don't understand why. Like it samples it into the opposite, whatever it's called. I don't even know how to explain that. Into the secondary color? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I probably should close Tabletop Simulator because I'm guarantee you it's gonna make me lag if I just leave it open. Same with card games, studying other games and animators very closely is your best bet. Like animating different characters over a favorite animation of yours. Yeah, for sure. Yo, DB all in. Thank you for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, no, for sure. Honestly, yeah, just doing something. I found taking on a project is by far the best way to just get better at something. My first time doing it was like doing a comic, and that really helped me to improve a lot, right? Because a lot of time you do stuff that you wouldn't normally do. It kind of forces you to like, okay, well, I need to draw this character's hands to show what I'm like trying to express, right? Or I need to get better at this sort of thing I wouldn't normally practice. Because you can just practice and do that, right? You can just you know, straight up practice stuff, right? But sometimes it's nice to have a project because that kind of keeps you motivated to do. Just wanted to see if this was around the same size. Pretty much nailed it. Not gonna lie. We'll do that. But yeah, just doing a project, man. That's been my thing. But yeah, you're totally right. Honestly, now that I've gotten better at art, like just like looking at other people's stuff and being like, oh yeah, I really like the way they do like eye highlights or like, you know, just like little things like that. You're like, oh, okay, that really does help. Just observing, right? Use your eyes. Wow, who would have thought? I'm just gonna copy this layer and paste it into here, and then honestly, I might just use some of these to prevent me from having to draw more. Maybe? I mean, why not, right? Why reinvent the wheel? I'll make some look a little nicer, but just a normal ISO tool. I'm gonna swap this to the other side though. No. There we go. Do I really want to switch that to the other side? I don't know. It's fine. Doesn't really matter. I just flip both of them because having the first thing be on one side and whatever, it makes more sense. I don't know, I'm just mumbling here. Don't mind me. Yeah, that is gonna look better this way. It's okay though. I always find like the holographic, like this sort of like heads up display thing. It's such a it's such a dumb like it's not dumb, but it's I don't know the right word. It's all like super silly, right? Because it doesn't make any sense. It's there to just look, it's solely there to look cool. There's no other point. That's kind of the aesthetic of it. It's like, why are these lines here? Why does this look like this? Because cool, that's why. Which is kind of like hard to design for it, because you're like, rule of cool. Yeah, but like the problem with the rule of cool is, at least not the rule of cool, but like in this sense, right, is that there's no intention behind it. Like there's no point to it. And so it's kind of hard to decide why it should look the way it looks. You just do it, right? You just kind of like, all right, I guess this is it. This is what it looks like. But there's no like when you're designing like other things, you can be like, okay, well this might have like say you're designing like a prop or something, right? You're like, okay, well this might have a I don't know, like this I'm blanking on like what I would even be like. I did a lot of like prop design, like physical prop design, and like I don't know, say you're like making like a fake helmet, like one of the ones I have back there, right? You'd be like, okay, well maybe there's like a fan on the side to keep the whatever, and then there's like initial or like design choices that make sense based on reality, right? Whereas this is just like, it's that way because it is. I don't know. I just find it kind of funny. Kind of just yapping about it, to be fair, but I don't really have a huge problem with it or anything, but okay, we're going to do this, and then we're going to I don't like how large. Well, yeah, it's fine. Don't need this one. We'll repurpose this one. A bit. There we go. I think that looks cool. Although this probably doesn't need to be this long per se. There we go. Hard name. Namer. Hard name. Is it the same font? I mean, same font. I don't know if it's the same size. It is not. Hello? There we go. What are we doing on ads? 14 minutes. Which means... okay. Well... I don't know why I did all that work to try to copy and paste it. It's okay though. Sometimes I make my life harder trying to make it easier, you know? But yeah, once we're done with this, we'll be done with the stream, I think. Cause yeah. There it is. Now we just need to crop it. I guess we can crop the sides in just a smidge. Save. Oops, it's not me to open Tabletop Simulator. Although I can just quit that. I'm not gonna be back in it today. It is okay. I didn't get quite as much done today as I probably was hoping. For some reason, I was foolishly thinking I'd get the whole rulebook done today. I mean, and it basically is. It could be fine. Oops, wrong thing. It at least is playable if you read the rules. It doesn't read quite as well as I would have hoped, but that is okay. I think only a few people probably will actually read it, so probably not that big of a deal. Inch by inch, as they say, it's true. They do say that. This looks really clean though, huh? On the page. I think those look really nice. I'll probably play around with the fonts and like where these things are sitting on the thing, and that will be more than enough. But yeah, I mean, I have a whole freaking video to get done for this game too. So honestly, having a nice looking rule book will help though, because a lot of time I like get footage of the rule book. I'll, you know, do one of these and scroll through, you know. There'll at least be a few shots of it. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for today. I'm gonna end. No, it's not even ending that early. I'll be, by the time I'm done, it will be it'll be time to be done, because I do want to find someone to raid. But yeah, thank you all for joining me. Special thanks to Bradley and DB Allin for the sub. And also, I think Runner also subbed, he said, but it just didn't go through. So I'll probably get that like next time I stream or something. But either way, thank you to both of you, all three of you. And also just thank you for everyone for hanging out or lurking or whatever you're doing. I very much appreciate it. What am I doing? No, not full display. I'll show my face. Probably could have done that whole spiel while I showed my face, but you know, there we go. Full cam. There we go. Coolio. See ya, dude. If you want to, I'm going to raid someone on Twitch. You do not have to come over if you don't want to, but I'm just throwing it out there. That's what we're doing. I'm gonna go find someone in the last few minutes here. I think there was someone I wanted to raid. We'll see if they're still active. Oh, Runner streaming. You know what? YOLO, let's do it. Let's raid Runner. My brain's too tired to find anyone else right now, so let's do it. Is he drawing or playing it? Oh, playing find hidden objects. Okay, you know, YOLO, let's do it. All right, y'all, we're out of here. I will see you all. I don't know when. Friday. That's what day it is. We'll see you Friday. All right, y'all. We're gonna raid Runner, the Bean, and yeah, it'll be cool. Farewell, y'all. In 2 seconds. There we go.